Hello, Catherine. I'm really excited about this. Are you?
I know, yeah, me too. Yeah, I love the sense of excitement that sort of starts bubbling up as Meet Your Recruiter Week approaches, because this must be the sixth time we've done this now. So yeah, we're getting to be sort of old hands. We've got a real routine for how it works. Yeah, no, feeling really good about it.
Fantastic. So for those of you that don't know us and don't know what Meet Your Recruiter is about, we're gonna share all. Don't worry, we're going to explain it all in the next 15 to 20 minutes. I'm Angela Cripps, the MD of the Recruiting Gym. This is Catherine Robinson, who came to me with an idea last summer. She's one of our sourcing coaches in the gym. So just share the idea first of all, Catherine, as to how this all came about.
Yeah, well, I got the idea from Instagram, because you quite often see these posting challenges going around, particularly with like creative or artistic people. There's quite a few for the knitting community or makers. I'm a big knitter. If you could see more of this room, you'd see all my yarn and stuff. But every time one of these comes round, and I think, oh, the recruitment industry needs this, and wouldn't it be great if this existed for LinkedIn to kind of get us inspired, or like give us a permission slip to start posting.
I think that's the key point there, the permission slip, because so many people, okay, I know I'm meant to be using LinkedIn. I'm a recruiter. It's sort of my key area. But actually, a lot of the companies that I've worked with this year, we've not really engaged with it. We're not using it. We know we should. And this gives you permission to really get involved for 1 week. And the key is, once you do it, then you want to do it again and again. So like you say, people are already posting, going, looking forward to Meet Your Recruiter Week, because it makes a huge difference to the reactions that you get. So just share some of the things that happened on the last one. That would be great.
Yeah, so you include hashtag Meet Your Recruiter on your posts that you make next week, and us at Recruiting Gym, we'll be looking out for those posts, but also other people taking part will be seeing them. If you follow hashtag Meet Your Recruiter as well, then that will bring other people's Meet Your Recruiter posts into your timeline, or at least make it more likely that they appear in your timeline. We don't want to oversell LinkedIn hashtags. But yeah, it gets you that little bit of quick engagement on your posts, which tells LinkedIn, oh, this is some good content. People are liking it. People are commenting on it. Let's show it to a few more of your network. Let's see if those people like it. So it sort of starts off with us in the little Meet Your Recruiter community, liking and commenting, and then it starts to go further, because LinkedIn likes the content. So yeah, I think last time we generated over 7,000 reactions to the posts. We had around 100 people take part. It was an average of sort of about 2.5 posts per person. So you don't have to take part all 5 days if one of the prompts doesn't inspire you. Although, that would be amazing if everyone took part all 5 days. And we got something like 1,400 comments on those posts, 7,000 reactions. Obviously we can't see everyone's views, but we always hear people saying, oh my goodness, I've never had so many views on my posts and things as during Meet Your Recruiter Week. So
I was at a company yesterday, and one of the ladies there, they'd not been involved before, but they said, oh, I started doing this last week. I saw it. And that wasn't from me, by the way. So, and she said, I got 700 views on it. And she hasn't got that many connections at this point. She's just started off. And it sort of blew her mind that all of a sudden that there was these people, because we keep looking at them. So yes, it's for 1 week, but we will actually keep looking at them. So we've all got a day in the week that every week we look and see, is there any more Meet Your Recruiters? Because the aim is that we support the industry. We support recruiters out there. Whether you're in-house or agency, it doesn't matter. We know you need to get your name out there in front of people, whether that be candidates or clients. So that's what this is here to do. But a lot of the time you're like, oh, what am I going to post? I've got no idea.
Yeah, and so this is, and people often wonder, like, oh, how personal can I be, and things like that. So we really like to give you confidence by sort of saying, well, everyone's going to be sharing something kind of along the same lines today. So you don't need to feel as vulnerable, maybe. We don't ask you to share anything too personal. Usually Monday is the most personal of the posts. Maybe Friday sneaks in with a bit of personal stuff as well. And usually it's sharing a photo or something like that. And just asking you to tell us a little bit about you. And yeah, that always seems to be the post that gets the most reaction, isn't it? When you see a picture of, somebody's smiling face, and you get to learn a little bit about them. Everyone loves that.
Yeah, what I love is the comments where you've got people within companies, and we've had all companies get involved last time, the company actually posting as well. So feel free to do that. It doesn't have to be an individual, it can be a company that's doing it, and sharing then something personal about the company would be great, or the team within the company. But what we find is all of a sudden it's like they're a human being behind it. And we don't always get the best PR in recruitment. So to actually see there's a human being and this is a little bit about them, to share that with others is fantastic. And it's lovely to see. And some of them, they really get you, don't they?
I know, yeah.
So let's have a look at next week then, because if you can see the slide there, it's a spooky theme. It's a couple of weeks earlier than normal. We do this sort of once a quarter, so it should be 13 weeks, but I think this one's 11 because we just couldn't not do Halloween.
I know, yeah. So if you're thinking this has come around quick, it's because it has. But yeah, this is the first time we've sort of had a theme for the week. We've always tried to just make it businessy, professional, sharing things relevant to the world of recruitment. But this time we've tried to weave something else in as well. If you're not into the spooky vibes, that's fine too. I think the prompts will still work for you, even if that's not really your bag. But yeah, we wanted to mix it up a little bit. And so yeah, the next few rounds of Meet Your Recruiter might have themes. Just a warning.
Well, I'm just thinking actually 3 months' time would be the last week of January, so we can push it back 2 weeks then, and we've got
February, we've got Valentine's. Yeah, that could be an interesting theme.
Well, what would be great?
Yeah,
people that are couples, but people that are singletons as well will have a focus on both. So we're not
well, mostly a professional focus. That's
well, okay, yeah. I'm already ahead of myself. Let's work on.
Yes, let's check out the prompts for this time. Okay, let me bring
Monday then.
Bring up our prompts there onto the screen. So hopefully folks can see that. If not, we will talk you through each one.
I'm going to make it a little bit bigger.
Yeah, Monday is going to be the keyword or the prompt word is fancy. So Halloween, of course, is synonymous with fancy dress. So we're asking you to share a photo in your favorite outfit. It doesn't have to be a spooky costume from Halloween, although we'd love to see that. Could be dressing up as anything, bit of cosplay, or it could just be dressing up in your favorite fancy outfit. So yeah, your favorite outfit.
Fantastic. Now, I'd already been thinking about this last week. I'm thinking which one. I'm thinking, I'm just gonna make a collage because I love dressing up in fancy dress. Haven't done it for a little while. There's not been many parties, so maybe Monday will be an opportunity. But I've definitely got some dodgy photos that I am happy to share. And there might be a fancy one in there as well. But that's the thing, isn't it? These type of things, really, you get an insight into the person. I didn't know when I first met you that you were into nerdy cosplay.
I was a big old Trekkie.
Exactly. And the fact that then the actual dressing up bit was you were dressed as Major Kira, who my daughter was actually named after. So she's spelt Kira. And it wasn't until I found out with you that's her surname, Major Kira. So it's not her first name. So we totally missed the point on that one, but that's why she's named. I love all these little connections. And that's the type of thing that you find on LinkedIn. You suddenly find out something about someone that you never knew. And you're like, oh my goodness. The last one that really sticks with me was the fact that John Brooks, our pricing strategist in the gym, actually got to be one of the drummers in the opening ceremony in the Olympics. And none of us knew that. And all of a sudden, there's a whole new persona that comes out. And the pictures that he shared were amazing.
These prompts are also really great for just tapping into a little bit of nostalgia as well. So yeah, don't be afraid to kind of dig back through the archive of your pictures to choose your favorite outfit. You know, it doesn't have to be current. Yeah, and if anyone else was there, if you're with a group in the picture, you can tag people and get them involved. So yeah, just so much possibility there for reminiscence, nostalgia, bringing other people in and sharing the love.
Brilliant. So Monday kicks it off. We'll all have a laugh. We'll all find out a little bit more about it. And it is about reaching out to that network and people finding you. And we get that comment, people saying, oh my goodness, I had people contacting me that were a client 5 years ago and they sort of moved on and moved around and all of a sudden they've come back, or candidates applying for jobs. So that links to Tuesdays, doesn't it? Which is around, well, okay, trick or treat, but it is then, yeah, what's your top tip or treat to help job seekers get found by recruiters on LinkedIn. So we're now going to be sharing information that helps job seekers to get jobs, but critically helps recruiters find them as well, which we know has been an issue. We created this, we're going to do this one every time, because this, for the first time, we did it last quarter around your top tip for job seekers generally. And it created a 15-page ebook with masses of tips. So in the Recruiting Gym on our LinkedIn page, I think it's the pinned one, but people can go and find that and get that. So I think that's going to be good. You've been doing some sourcing by then anyway.
A little bit.
So with that, yeah, Charlotte will put the link in there as well in LinkedIn. You can download that now and share that with people and candidates that you're working with. So again, we're creating content that's going to be helpful in your job, because it's not relevant to a certain sector necessarily, or in-house or agency. It's generalists that we've pulled together, and from all over the world as well. I think, was it 7 or 8 different countries that people contributed from? So let's see if we can beat that this time as well. So that's Tuesday with the trick. On to Wednesday.
Yeah, on the Wednesday, again, we've gone from personal through to like giving some value to our network, and we're kind of going back to personal again. And we want you to talk about names. So your name, your company's name, what does it mean? Where does it come from? And a few people sort of said to me, oh, I don't really get the spooky vibe on this one, but I'm always thinking that like names give things power. I'm quite obsessed with meaning. I'm trying to rename my company at the moment, and it's really difficult because I want everything to be imbued with like 10 layers of meaning. And and you start thinking about all those movies where you say something and it summons somebody. What would somebody have to say 3 times to summon you? So yeah, I just want you to tell us about your names or your name.
Fantastic. Well, we've talked about where my daughter's name came from. One thing that I always go back to is where you've had people that have been trying and never getting anywhere, and they change their name and they suddenly become famous, or something happens for them. And the one that sticks out to me is Engelbert Humperdinck. Not surprisingly.
I can't even remember.
Yeah. I mean, what a name that you would choose. That's why it sticks out to me, that's a name that you actually choose for yourself. But it was after that he became famous. Same with Reg Dwight. Do you know who Reg Dwight is?
Elton John.
Yeah, exactly. So Harry Webb. Is it Harry Webb? Is that?
Oh, I know. I should know that one.
I think it's Harry Webb. It's Cliff Richard. So yeah, these people that are changing their names, and you're right, it gives you power. And there's so many examples of it where they were still doing the same thing, but the change of name made a difference. So I'm really looking forward to that one, because my other company has a story behind it. So I'll be sharing that one on that day. Okay, so Thursday then, we couldn't not do this one.
Well, no, this one's kind of obvious. We usually try and pick like something like newsworthy or topical as one of the prompts. So I mean, ghosting, it's not new in the sense of being topical, but it is topical, and you know, it's not fun either, but it does sound spooky. So we're gonna have to talk about it. I've already seen a few people this week making posts about ghosting. So it's definitely something that, you know, people are thinking about because of the date. But also it's just a very frustrating and quite possibly universal experience between
Mm.
recruiters and candidates. So yeah, just tell us about an experience. How did you deal with it? What happened? Yeah, what are your thoughts and feelings?
I've actually got someone that I had a meeting with an hour ago whose client is suddenly ghosting. So yeah, it's not just candidates, is it? It can be both. So yeah, gosh, it's so frustrating. To be honest, it's not. Why am I saying to be honest? That doesn't relate. It's always been there. I've been in recruitment 33 years, and I can remember as a perm consultant back in the late 80s, candidates would disappear then as well. My first ever placement ghosted me. Hello. I'm going to talk about that one. Right, okay.
That's a really good like intro. You know, it's like story time. My first ever placement ghosted me. That's a brilliant like headline, isn't it?
Oh dear. Oh, the pain of a recruiter. Right. Which leads on to as well Friday's fear.
Yeah,
So,
we're ricocheting back to personal. This one's probably the most personal we've got this time. So, you know, what scares you? They sort of say, you know, if you're not doing scary things, you know, are you really, you know,
living.
growing or achieving? You know, we should try and do something that scares us every day. So maybe you could share that. You know, what have you done today that scared you? Or, you know, you could just tell us about a fear. You know, do you hate heights? Did you find yourself somewhere recently where you were up far too high? Was there a big scary spider in your bathroom this morning? Or, you know, are you just absolutely dreading that wonderful candidate you found being made a counter offer, and there's nothing you can do about it? Or is there? So yeah, we just want you to talk about your fears.
Brilliant. Right, thank you for that. There we go. Look, 17 minutes. I said between 15 and 20, didn't I? So we're smack on that one. Meet your recruiter. It's our gift to you. It's probably the best way of putting it. That's how I see it now. It makes such a difference to people's posts where we're all supporting each other. So everyone that's posting, everyone that gets involved, yes, you need to pay it forward as well. So you need to go and look at other people's posts, comments, like, share. We're in it together, and it's that generates the opportunity for you to get in front of lots of other people on your LinkedIn posts. So yeah, if you're going to do it, you've got to commit to actually putting in a little bit of time of going and looking at other people's. But it's lovely. It's really nice. It's a great week, isn't it? People have said,
Yeah.
I'm so glad for it. It made me feel more human. Which, if we're doing
it really does give a personal touch to, you know, just what you're doing in the week, and it makes you feel connected to other recruiters out in the world, you know, thousands of miles away sometimes. I really try to make the prompts as specific as I can while still giving you enough scope to do it your own way. And I always see people interpreting the prompts in like ways I hadn't thought of. You know, somebody will share a video or something, or yeah, just do something I never thought of, and it just makes me so happy that someone has taken. You know, I thought I was expecting this, and I got this, and it's even better, which is just wonderful.
Fantastic. Well, we're looking forward to it. Click on the links. We'll be live on LinkedIn every day, so you can watch us here. But we're on Crowdcast, and that's where it's all stored. So you'll be able to go back and watch that time and time again. It will go into our DW Lite, which is the free version of the daily workout as well. So we've got lots of options, because this is our sixth one. So there are 25 other prompts. So if you really enjoy this, you've then got your next month sorted for every post. We'll still be sharing, we'll still be liking after the week. So if you're thinking, oh, what am I going to use? What am I going to do? Great. There you go. You've got 25, and with tomorrow's 30 different prompts that you could be doing over that period of time. So we're looking forward to it. I will see you Monday morning, bright and breezy, 9 o'clock on Crowdcast.
Yeah. See you there.
We'll get cracking. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.